Hi, welcome back to Kind Yoga with Meg. I'm Meg. Today we're going to explore some binds and some balances. Oh my, sounds intimidating, but these are postures that we learn to breathe through and find some sense of accomplishment in them when we're able to hold a balance for a little bit longer each time with each practice. And with our binds, they teach us to kind of release that rigidity in the hold with every exhale and allow us to kind of shimmy and lengthen and grow into those binds. So today might not be the day that you get into them 100% or the way you saw them at the yoga magazine in the store, but you're gonna get to these postures where you feel good in them and where you feel you can breathe through them and you're allowing yourself to be calm in these difficult situations or challenging postures. So let's see what we can explore with them together and see if we come out a little bit stronger and a little bit calmer on the other side. Let's find our seated position, a nice comfortable position, sits bones connecting with the earth. You can sit on a little cushion or blanket if you need to, that helps. If your knees seem to be up here every time you sit down, if you raise your hips up, it allows the legs to kind of let go in this hip crease area and it gets them to stretch out a little bit. All right. Let's begin with some breathing, setting the foundation for our practice, lengthening that spine for our practice ahead, strengthening up our motor in here, our abdominal wall, and just releasing the tensions from whatever is behind us. As you breathe in, I want you to think about lengthening the spine and allowing the breath to fill up the space between each vertebra of the spine. Allow the breath to move right out of the crown of the head. Bring your torso back over your tailbone so your spine is rising up from your tailbone. Taking nice breaths in and out. Allow the space between your ears and your shoulders to grow a little bit and lengthen as the shoulders soften. Maybe some of that tension from the tops of the shoulders is dropping down into the elbows and down off every finger. You can wiggle your fingers if you'd like. Allow the space from the center of your chest to open outwards. It doesn't mean push your chest forward. It just means feel the space growing from the center of your chest outwards. Breathing into those back ribs. Waking up the back body. It tends to just hang out as we lean forward into our screens or stress of the day. So wake it up. Allow it to be there for you, to support you. Breathe into the space between your belly button and your lower back. Allow that to wake up a little bit. And every time you expel that breath and the abdominal wall works a little bit more to push that breath out, allow yourself to still lengthen up through the center and release the rib cage down. Allow the thoughts to swirl through. If you need a little bit longer in some silence, you can always press pause as we move on. Allow yourself to sit for a few extra moments in a meditation and then start and join us again. Let's add a couple of ujjayi breaths here. Slight closing of the back of the throat. This will warm the breath on the way in. Slow it as it enters the body and slow on your exhale. A little hissing sound accompanies the breath just because you're closing the back of the throat slightly. If you're not sure what that means, I like to think of it as the breath that you take after you've had a big, delicious meal and you sit back in your chair and you just bask in the fullness of a delicious meal. So put yourself in that headspace and maybe the ujjayi breath will come a little easier. Let's take our inhale. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. You can take a few more if you'd like. If you'd like to go deeper into some pranayama breathing, we're going to alternate the nostril breath here. So we'll take our right thumb, block our right nostril, inhale left side. If you notice that the side that's working is tight, or blocked, you can always use one finger to push on that cheekbone or sinus area and see if you can open it up. After the inhale, block both nostrils, hold the breath. Exhale, right side. Inhaling right. Block both and hold. Exhaling left. Inhaling left. Block both and hold. Exhale right. Inhaling right. Block both and hold. Exhaling left. Release the hand. Scratch the nose if you need to. And just come back to your breath. Things that you may notice. More space in your lungs and your diaphragm. Maybe a release of tension around the shoulders and the neck. Maybe a little blissed out sensation, some tingling down into the fingers. Good. Let's take an inhale, look up to the sky. Exhale, chin to the chest. Inhale, roll to the left. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, roll to the right. Make sure you keep the opposite side grounded. Exhale, center. Inhaling left. We're going all the way around. Exhale, up and over the back of the neck, through the right. Back to center. Let's reverse it. Inhale, right. Exhale, up and over the backside, through the left, all the way back to center. Beautiful. Inhale, stretch the arms up. Clasp those fingertips. Push up with the palms. Crunch the shoulders. Exhale, roll them back and down. Keep the rib cage. So you see how my rib cage pushed out? On that exhale, I released my rib cage and came to the strength in my center between my ribs and my hips. Push up into those palms, ground those shoulders. Couple good breaths here. Good. Take an inhale. Look up to the palms. Exhale, chin to the chest, hands behind the head. Open up those elbows. Inhale, look up towards the sky. Exhale, lean the back of the head into the palms. Open up the elbows, drop those shoulders. Another breath here. Make sure you're not arching into your lower back. Inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, belly button in, palms reach forward as if you're pulling a band between your belly button and those palms. Tuck the head. Inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, tuck the chin, hands behind the head. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, lean back into those palms. Drop those shoulders, open up those elbows. If you work at a desk, this is wonderful to do while you're sitting at your desk. And then you can kind of twist into it a little bit. Make sure you're not arching into your back. Keep your belly strong. Inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, pull the belly button in. That's the first thing you do. Same way we roll up, you pull the belly towards the spine and push those palms forward as if you're stretching that band between the palms and the belly button. Inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, reach the hands towards your tailbone. Clasp the hands at your tailbone. Just like this. If you cannot clasp, put a little strap or a towel piece of fabric between. Good. Take an inhale, look up. Exhale, round down. And I want you to pull the palms up. Pull the palms up. So you're rounding down as far as you can go. This might be it. This might be it. You go to where you feel comfortable and stay in that position and breathe. You can get a little mudra on the fingers. Pull the palms together. So here, if you feel like your shoulders are rounded forward, You want to work pulling those shoulder blades together, opening inside this shoulder joint. It takes a lot of time, especially if we're really rounded forward. So think about your elbows pulling towards each other, your shoulders rolling back, and that's where you get that opening. And then you can really get into that stretch, but it takes some time. Good. From this rounded position, take an inhale, roll back up, easy on the hands as you come back up above the head. Exhale, release the hands down. Good. Roll out the shoulders. 3, 2, 1. Let's extend those legs out in front. We're going into our folds. We're going to be here for a little while, so get comfortable with those sits bones. Maybe move some meat out of the way. Sit up on a block or a pillow if you need to. All right. Let's take an inhale. Stretch the arms up. Exhale. As you reach forward, think about stretching from your lower back, not rounding from the belly, but stretching the lower back. That might take you to about a quarter of the way down, maybe not even, maybe just sitting up straight as your stretch. Stay there. If you still are in your descent, work your way down. And then all together, when we get there, let's let our hands go. So it could be seated, you could be a little bit further down. Let the head, neck, and jaw go. And let's take a couple breaths here in a passive fold. I want you to rock inside your hip joints, letting everything release a bit. There. Grab hold of your feet, your shins, a strap around the bottoms, maybe a toe hold. Take an inhale from your lower back. Stretch, 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 stretch. Rise up, stretch those elbows. And then exhale, bend those elbows and just release down. Inhale, lengthen from that lower back. Pull back on the feet, stretch those elbows. Exhaling. Let's do it one more time. This time, if you're able, lift your heels. Inhale, pulling, lengthen to the spine. Exhale. Good. Inhale, roll it up, stretch the arms up. Good. Exhale. Let's fold over your left leg here. Good. Take an inhale. I want you to rise up, pull your left foot in. Exhale, cross it over your right leg. So this left foot wants to be completely on the ground, not rolling off. Inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, twist to the left side, right arm wraps around. Inhale, lengthen that spine. Exhale, from the strength in your belly is where you're twisting. So think about twisting from the tailbone all the way through each little vertebra of your spine. Getting that space to open up. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, twist. Good. Feel that stretch along your left glute. Take an inhale, turn to front, stretch it up. Exhale, this is where some fun begins. Reach down for your left foot, bring it into your right hip crease. If that does not work, you can fold it into a 90-degree angle above your right hip crease, right knee. You'll all slowly learn that my left and rights get completely mixed up. When you have your foot over your quad, your right quad, I want you to make sure that you're not sickling your ankle, meaning you don't want your ankle to look like this. Try to keep the ankle joint supported really over the leg. You might want a piece of fabric or a little blanket underneath your ankle bone if it's digging in. All right, so once we are there, you feel the stretch of the knee. You might want a pillow under that knee. Inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, forward fold. Take your time here. Working into our first bind of the practice. Inhale, reach forward with the left fingertips, holding on where you can with your right hand. All the way up, and then you exhale, twist open. Dropping that back shoulder, lengthen the spine, exhaling and twisting. If you feel good here, I want you to see if you can turn your thumb down, reach your palm around your back. You might end up in the middle of your back, or you see my fingertips back there? They're reaching for, there it is, this left toe. If you feel this is pulling uncomfortably on your shoulder joint, please let go of the foot. Don't force yourself to hold the bind. Wherever you are, I want you to take an inhale, look back to the front. Exhale, pull into that front elbow, whatever you're holding on to, and fold it out. 2 more good deep breaths here. Allow yourself to let go into the posture. If you're having to hold your breath, you're a little bit too far into it, I would back off just a bit. When you're ready, take an inhale, lengthen and stretch, easy on the left arm. Exhale, you can release the left leg, slide it out. If you need to, you can reach down and manually move the leg. Let's fold over. Shimmy it out. Go into the other side. Inhale, reach forward, rise up, pulling your right foot with your right hand. Exhale, cross it over the left leg. Right foot completely on the ground. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, twisting. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Drop your back shoulder. Exhale, twisting. Think about the space between each vertebra, just twisting. Inhale, lengthening. Belly and thigh connection. Exhale, twisting, looking over the back shoulder. One more breath here. Good. Inhale, stretch it up, look to front. Exhale, reach down for that right foot. Let's get it prepared for our fold and bind. So foot in the hip crease or just above that left knee. Something underneath the ankle bone if need be. Please don't sickle your ankle. Keep it supported on the leg. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, forward fold. Take a breath here. Gauge how you're feeling. Do you need your hands on the ground for support? Do you need something under your knee? Moving on, holding on with the left hand. Inhale, right hand reaches forward and up to the sky. Exhale, twist open. Drop the back shoulder. One side's going to feel a little tighter than the other. If you feel good here, you want to go into the bind. Turn your thumb down. Reach the hand around. There's my right fingertips. You're reaching for the right toe. If you've got hold or you're using a strap, take an inhale, turn back to front. Exhale, bend into the front elbow to help you into your forward fold over the legs. Find your breath here. Good. When you feel ready, take an inhale, roll it up and stretch. Exhale, extend the leg, give it a little wiggle and fold over. Shake out the knees. When you're ready, take an inhale, roll it up to seated. Exhale. All right, moving on. I'm going to go to a side view so you can see exactly what we're doing. You're going to have your knees bent, sits bones on the ground, nice straight spine. Notice I'm lengthening from my lower back. That makes my belly work nicely for my body, for my strength. Roll yourself over your thighs. Let the lower back release, let the belly release. When you're ready, take an inhale, stretch up. And then exhale, turn to the left side. Keep your knees from coming out of alignment. Keep them nice and even. Open up from the center of the chest out towards those left fingertips. Good, nice straight spine. Take a breath here. On your exhale, release the back hand. When you're ready, take an inhale for preparation. Lengthen, strengthen the body. Exhale, you're going to come onto your left knee. Extend your right foot. So you can have your left toes on the ground here if you want. Extending that foot to the outside of your right foot and lift the right fingertips up to the sky. Good. Inhaling. Maybe on an exhale, if you want to take it a little further, you can arch into the rib cage a little bit and reach into those fingertips. Good. Coming to a balance. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, float the right leg off the ground. Keep the right hip stacked over the left. Try not to close here. If you feel like you can go a little further into this, bend the knee, reach back for the foot, open across the hips, the belly, the chest. Maybe you're able to let your head, neck, and jaw go. Open up the knee. Make sure your lower back isn't pinching. Inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, let's come back to seated. And fold over those knees. I'm going to switch to the other side so you can see me. So I'm facing you. Let's take an inhale, stretch up. Feet are grounded, belly strong. Exhale, twist open. So from the center of your chest, from your heart, Open up those right fingertips. Open up the right arm. Good. Take an inhale. Exhale. Right palm on the ground. Inhale for preparation. Exhale. Come onto your right knee. Extend to the outside of the left foot. Inhaling, stretch. Exhale, maybe up and over, getting that extra stretch. It's up to you. Roll the elbow in of your supporting arm. Make sure you're not sitting in that shoulder. Inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, if you want to, flow the left leg. Keep the left hip open. If you feel good here in your balance, take an inhale. Exhale, reach back for the foot. When you have hold, open it up. Letting go. And holding yourself strong in your balance. Good. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, let's come back to our seated position. Fold over. Nice, good breaths here. Breathe into the back ribs here. Really breathe into the back ribs and lower back. Roll it up. All right. Switch a little bit lower to the ground, child's pose. We're almost to standing. Couple breaths here. Extend into the fingertips. And then the palms are about shoulder width, a block width apart. I want you to take an inhale. Come up into a tabletop position, modified onto the forearm. So we're going to transfer to a dolphin position. Make sure you're not sticking the booty out. Belly is supporting into that lower back. Nice straight spine. Tuck the toes. Take an inhale and float the knees an inch off. So you're not just lifting your booty and sinking into the belly. You're just lifting the knees. Lower back is still straight. That was your inhale. On an exhale, I want you to push back and then work the knees. Good. Inhale, come forward. Float the knees. Exhale, push back and then the knees. Let's do it 2 more times. Inhale. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, push back, straighten the knees. Last one. Inhale, float the knees, keep the belly strong. Exhale, push back, straighten the knees. Let's do 1 more. Inhale, float the knees, feel the heat in the legs. Exhale, push back, straighten the knees. Good. Holding it. Take an inhale, come back to floating knees, drop them down. You can give yourself a breath in child's pose here. Breathe into those back ribs, the lower back, and then let's take an inhale, come to a tabletop on your palms, roll the elbows back, slight bend in the elbows, tuck the toes. Take an inhale, float the knees, exhale, downward facing dog. Notice how different your downward dog feels. Maybe to where it usually feels when you start your practice. After a few dolphin transitions, the shoulders joints feel a little bit more ready to facilitate that nice straight back. Keep the belly strong. The knees, to me, are negotiable. That will come with time and flexibility. The spine and the alignment with the shoulders, that's what I'm looking for. Pushing off the ground here. And slowly I want you to cat paw your hands back to your feet. You're pushing off the earth, getting you used to pushing off the earth and not sinking into the wrist joint and the palms. Head, neck, and jaws released. Give it some yeses and no shakeouts. And then when you're ready, take your inhale. You can soften the knees or keep them straight. You can sit all the way kind of down into a sleeping chair, but to roll up, I want you to take an inhale, pull the belly into the lower back. Torso hangs heavy. And you're unrolling bone by bone of your vertebra. Do not unravel your neck till your shoulders are on top of your rib cage. And then you connect the whole spine. Few good breaths here. Drop your tailbone. Lift your front body. Open your palms. You're creating beautiful energy around you, so give yourself some time to absorb it. Soak it in. All right, moving on. Let's take an inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, hands to heart center, sit into a chair pose. I was going to say sleeping chair, chair pose. So sits bone towards the back of your mat. Good. Take an inhale, stretch the arms up. Exhale, see if you can sit a little deeper. And then inhale, rise up with your right leg. Exhale, cross it over your left knee. Good. Take an inhale, stretch the arms if you can, so a little bit of balance. Exhale, sit a little deeper. I'm going to have you reach down for we're going to use the opposite hand. Left hand for your right toe. You can put your right hand over heart center. Take an inhale, stretch up, pull the right knee in. Exhale, you want to extend that leg forward. So we're going right into your standing balance. Good. From here, you're going to take an inhale, stretch your right arm up. So if you said, hang on, none of this is working, that's okay. If you come back to chair pose, take your left hand, grab under your left knee, same thing. And you can hold it lower. You can have a strap at your ankle. Take an inhale here. If you're going further, exhale. See if you can fold over the leg. You can soften your supporting leg if you want. From here, take an inhale, transfer your left arm for your right. Good. Take an inhale, bend your right knee, elbow to the outside of the right knee. Drop your right knee, and like magic, we've transitioned to a dancer's pose. So starting our standing practice right into a balance. Get your opening from your heart to your foot, and then maybe hinge down. Take another breath. When you're ready, inhale, stretch up. Exhale, hands to heart center, and open them up. Drop the tailbone, lift the front body. Let's go to that other side. Inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, hands to heart center, sitting in a chair pose. Drop the tailbone. Nice breath here. No rushing into it. Find your feet connecting with the earth. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, sit a little further down. Good. When you're ready, take an inhale. Rise back up to standing with your left leg this time. Exhale, return back to a chair pose, but this time on your right leg. Sitting deeper, maybe extending the arms up overhead. Opposite hand with that right toe. So inhale, reach for the foot, stretch up. Exhale, extend the foot out. You can have your left hand on your heart if that helps for balance. You can have it extended already. You can drop down, hold the leg a little lower, use a strap. It's up to you. When you're ready, take an inhale, extend your left arm up. Exhale, going into a fold over that leg. So we did this seated. Now we're doing it on one leg. Inhale, when you're ready, stretch up through the right fingertips. Exhale, so you have switched your grip. Take an inhale, bend the knee to the inside of your left elbow. Exhale, transition to your dancer's pose. Extend the arms a little bit further forward. And when you're ready, you can hinge down. Good. Take an inhale, stretch up. Both feet on the ground. Release the hands down. If you feel a little out of sorts, hands over heart center, a few breaths there. Come back to the belly breath, or just open your palms up. Let's get a little bit of movement going. Inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up slightly. Exhale, soften into the knees, hop or walk plank. Take an inhale here, make sure the elbows are rolled in and slightly bent. Exhale, chaturanga down. You can hover or drop. Inhale, pull it through. On the knees or off the knees, anywhere from a cobra to an up dog. On your exhale, your belly pushes your lower back. Downward facing dog. Here we go. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, soften that knee, pushing off the palms. Inhale, stretch the leg. You can stay right here, or exhale, allow the leg to fall towards the left side, flipping the dog. Open up into the belly, the pelvis, and reach the right fingertips back. Take a breath. Good. Let's take an inhale. Exhale. Right palm to the earth. Stretch the right leg up. Inhale, float the foot between the palms. Exhale, stay right here. You can come up onto your fingertips. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, we're going to go directly into our warrior two. Outside of the back foot, bend into that front knee. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, back. As you reach back, bend into the front knee. Keep the knee open, aligning with the toes. Another breath here. Inhaling up. Exhale, both palms to the earth. You're on your back toes. Inhale, let's bring the front foot back for plank. Exhale, chaturanga down. Inhale, pulling through at whatever level you're at. Exhale, pushing back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, soften that knee. Pushing off the palms back. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, let's see if the foot can release to the right side this time. Pull the belly, pull the pelvis, release the left arm. Breathing. Take an inhale. Exhale, left palm back to the earth. Extend the left leg. Good work. Inhale, pull the left leg between the palms. Exhale, get yourself nice and balanced. Inhale, stretching up. Exhale, roll to the outside of the back foot, warrior two. Open the front knee, bend into it. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach back, holding it. Bend into the knee, but reach back. Breathing. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, palms to the earth. Back toes. Inhale, front leg back, plank. Exhale, elbows along the rib cage, pointing back. Inhale, pulling through. Exhale, let's push it back. Downward facing dog. Take a couple breaths. Heel toe the feet out if you want. We're almost there. Good. You can take an inhale, hop or walk your feet to meet your hands. Exhale, fold it out. Shake out the head, neck, and jaw. And when you're ready, take an inhale, belly into the lower back to roll you up. You can straighten the knees or bend them. Stretch the arms up. Exhale, bring your hands back to center and release them open. Take a few good breaths here. Notice your heart rate slowly slowing down. You might notice heat in the body. You might notice the blood flow in the body in areas of heat. Allow the tailbone to drop, the front body to rise. Good. All right. One more bit of trickery and then a nice deep stretch to open us up completely. Let's take an inhale, stretch up. Exhale, chair pose again. Good, so moving into another balance. We're gonna take an inhale. On your exhale, you're gonna sit a little deeper. You're gonna take your left elbow, hook it to the outside of your right knee. If that does not work, forearm over the knees works well. Just work the twist in your torso. Once you're here, take an inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, twist the spine. Sit a little deeper, keep the knees even. Here we go. Inhale, maybe open the palms, maybe not. Stay right there. If you have a block, your fingers aren't reaching the ground, but you want to go further, maybe take the block, put it in front of you, or place your palm in front of you. For more difficulty, you can keep your hands open to the side. I'm going to show you what we're going to do. You're going to look down to the earth to keep yourself balanced. You're going to take an inhale and lift your left foot off the ground. If you said, I cannot go higher than this, you can extend the foot back, toes on the ground. Or you can reach that heel back. Sit into that front knee. Good. Lengthen and breathe here. Beautiful work. When you're ready, take an inhale. Bring the foot back. Hands to heart center. Stretch up. Exhale. Let it go. Breathing. I'm going to switch to the other side. Almost there. Inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, hands through to heart center, sitting in your chair pose. Getting ready, you know where we're moving into now. Good, take another breath. On an exhale, I want you to twist to the left side, this time right elbow and left knee. Again, if this doesn't work, forearm is fine. Once you're here, inhale, lengthen to your spine. Exhale, twist a little more. One side's going to feel tighter. You can open up your palms on an inhale if you want, fingertips on the ground if you're able. If you know where we're going and you need a little help, a block right in front of you is fine, or put your palm in front of you. You can stay right here. Look down to the earth for stability. Take an inhale, float your right foot this time. You might want to keep the toes on the ground. Exhale, extend. Feel length between your heel and the crown of your head. Breathing. Good. Let's take an inhale, float the foot back to the ground. Sit deep, hands through heart center, stretch it up. Exhale, let it go. Palms open. Nice deep stretch to finish. Inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, forward fold. Soften the knees as you fold forward. Inhale. Let's rise up with the right knee. Exhale, extend the right leg back. Drop the right knee, top of the back foot. Good. So we're going into lizard and some variations. You can scoot your left foot out. Bring your left palm to the inside of your left foot. From here, start with your outside arm, your right arm. Drop the forearm down to the ground. If already you said no, maybe you have a block or a pillow, bring the ground a little higher to work with. When your outside arm is dropped, see if you can drop to the forearm of your inside arm, your left arm. When this happens, you might scoot out into your left hip rather. Even them out. Pull the left hip back, right hip forward slightly. Try and stay on the back knee. Don't let it roll in or out, if you can avoid it. Keeping the front knee pointing forward with the toes. If you feel you want to take this a little further, there's a couple options. You can stay on this forearm, push the knee out with your left hand. Once you have that, you can open up the hand towards the sky. Staying right there. If you want to try this on your palms, come up and then push away. Come out of that back shoulder so you're not resting in it. Good. This always adjusts my lower back nicely. Right around my tailbone. Feels so good. We're going to take this a little bit up in intensity. So return back, palms on the earth this time. I want you to see how it feels to bend the back knee. If you start to cramp, this probably is not where you want to go with this. Just continue stretching. If you can bend the back knee and you can reach back with your right hand to grab the right ankle, you can sit back into these hips. Staying right here, using your left palm, left foot for support. If you can take it further, Maybe come up to your left elbow on your left knee. You'll feel the intensity increase. If you feel good here, inhale the left arm up. Maybe exhale, reach back. Be careful not to pinch your lower back. If you push back to grab the foot, take an inhale, exhale, release back into it. So we're relying a lot on gravity here. You can use your thumbs to massage the sole of your foot here. When you feel ready, you can use your hands on the ground for support to release the foot. If you feel okay, inhale, release the foot, stretch the fingers up, toes on the ground, back foot. Exhale, palms on the ground. Take an inhale, float your back foot to meet your front. Exhale, sleeping chair. Good, take a breath here, breathe into those back ribs. When you're ready, take an inhale, rise up slightly, bring your left knee into the belly now. Exhale, reach it back, drop the back knee, drop the back foot. Let's bring the palms to the inside of that right foot, scoot the right foot out. See how you're feeling here. Pull the right hip back, left hip forward slightly. Get that alignment going. And then see how it feels to drop the outside elbow, your left elbow. Again, something in front to bring the earth a little closer is great. If you feel good with the left elbow dropped, come to the right. Keep the knee pointing forward over the toes. Same direction. If your knee is in front of your toes, you want to bring that foot forward so your knee does not pass the toes. Square off the hips. Right hip back, left hip forward. Back knee on the ground, top of the back foot on the ground. Deep breaths. If this is too much, come up onto your palms. If you want to intensify, right hand can push the right knee away here, rolling to the outside of the right foot, extend the arm up, maybe twist open across the heart. If you want to come up onto your palms and do the same thing, see if maybe that's a little more beneficial for the body, go for it. Make sure you're not sitting in your left shoulder. Good. Take an inhale. Exhale. Palms to the earth. Bottom of the foot connecting with the earth. From here, just give it a test. What's it like to lift the foot? If you're not cramping, lift the foot. See if you can reach back with your left hand. You might need to scoot back, and that's fine. Once you're done scooting back, come into the hips again. Release. If you feel that you can increase the intensity a little bit, come up off of your right palm. Put the elbow on the knee. So you're feeling the intensity increase. I am feeling the intensity increase. From here, you can inhale the right fingertips up to the sky. Be careful of your lower back. Exhale, maybe the hand reaches back for the foot. If you're pushing back, come back into the hips forward. Give your foot a little massage here. Open up the heart. Release any tension in that left hip area, quad. Stretching up into the belly. Good deep breaths, okay? When you're ready, you can bring your hands to the ground, to the front knee, or stretch up on your inhale to release that back foot. Exhale, palms to the earth, either side of that front foot. Tuck the back toes. Take an inhale, float the back foot to meet the front. Exhale, sleeping chair. Good. Take an inhale, roll it up, stretch up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Open up the palms. Good work. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's go through a full squat if you've got it. Otherwise, use your hands to help you on the way down. Take an inhale, stretch up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach forward and rise up. Exhale, pull the belly along the ground, all the way down to the earth. Good. Inhale, right knee in, left hand grabs hold. Exhale, bring it over to the left side. Oh, twisting and adjusting. Keep both shoulders on the ground. Nice deep breath here. Stay longer if you need it. Otherwise, inhale, roll the belly through the lower back to bring the knee back. Exhale, extend that right leg, jostle everything out. Inhale, left knee in, right hand grabs hold. You can extend your left arm. Exhale, over to the right side. Good. So good to get a little twist for that lower back. When you're ready, use your belly to push the lower back on your inhale towards the ground. Squeeze the left knee in. Exhale. Let it go. Jostle everything out. Let's take one last inhale. Squeeze both knees in. Keep your tailbone on the ground. I want the lower back to get a nice stretch here. Keep the back of the head on the ground. On your next inhale, lift the tailbone off the ground. Pull the forehead to the knees if you want. Hold the breath and squeeze for 1, 2, squeeze, 3. Exhale, free everything out. Let's take about 5 or 6 breaths in our Shavasana. You can knock the knees together if you feel your lower back is bothering you. Or you can extend the legs out. When you feel ready, take an inhale, bend the knees, plant the feet, and allow the knees on your exhale to fall to whichever side is comfortable. Roll yourself to that side, plant your palms, and then push off your palms and return yourself back to the seated position you started in. Before binding and balancing and breathing. And now seeing how you feel compared to when you first sat down in this position. If your lower back seems to be bothered, there were some challenging things. Take some time to give yourself some child's pose, open knee child's poses too, breathing into that lower back. Be mindful to keep deep breathing through your whole body today. Drink lots of water after this practice. Let's take our closing breath of the class. Breathing all the energy, all that balance, all that focus and willpower and calm that you've given yourself and filled your space up with. Bring it to heart center, and as you exhale, bring your hands down and looking down at that heart. Give yourself a moment to feel good about what you've given yourself. And allow yourself to move forward throughout your day, filled with balance, stability, strength, and a sense of calm. Thank you for joining me for this practice. See you next time.